So I measured the battery the other day, it was 7 volts, so I've had it on this little 1 amp charger for about 4 days, so that'll be nicely carefully topped up. Check the oil, dipstick hides right down there, I can just about reach that. And I'm going to give her a little start. I don't think she's run since October, and we're now 1st of March, so let's see what happens. Last winter my clutch rusted on, and I cut this piece of wood perfectly level to right length so that it would hold my clutch down over winter. And last week I realised I'd not put it on, so that was stupid. So again, I don't know if this clutch is seized or not, so we'll find that out as well. Right, let's have a look. Key in. Won't fit. Get in. Here we go. Key in. Nice bright red light. We're in neutral. Full choke. I don't know if it's got a lift pump on it or not. Oh, it's not very good battery, is it? Huh? Come on. Fuel might have drained back down line as well. Well, that's not going to start, is it? Boo. £60 a litre. Not bad really. 60 amp hours. Exact dimensions. It's exactly a stretch with a tall with the same wide. We don't need them, do we? Look at that sexy handle. So we'll pop this on and see where we go. Hopefully she cranks. I'll take the boiler off. I'm saying boiler, it's the tiniest boiler in the world. What's it say on there? 0.85 amp. So it'd be probably alright to just leave on all winter, really. Take the old mains power out. Yeah, I really should have left it on a trickle charge over winter. Anyway, what's done is done. This battery's seen better days anyway. And that looks like, well, it looks small to be a 10. Well, it's a 10. Yeah. Dual storage essentials. Right. This one, and I'll show you a better camera angle in a minute, has this wire that runs direct to the battery. And I don't know where this wire originates from really. What I do know is when this wire's not connected, no starting. Welded itself to terminal. That's only finger tight now. I'm gonna place this 10mm on camera like that to prove that it won't go missing. Yeah, that's bloody tight on there. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm working from front of the car because there's a wall there. But yeah, you see that one wire there? It fell off because it was in that blue one there. Whoever put it on before left it in that blue one. And when it fell off, truck wouldn't start. So then I looked into it and realised it was hanging off, connected it back up and it started. But I don't know what it actually goes to. With the old with the new. I do need to fabricate a little bracket as well, because the battery's actually loose in it. It looks like it didn't come with one. There's some holes there to mount it, or a bolt hole there, so I'll look at throwing something together to just clamp it down at that end. But for now, let's just see if it starts. So what I'll do, I'm going to pull that little blue connector out. And I can hear you saying, don't forget to put that little wire on. And I will, but it's a fork, so it slides under, so it's alright for now. I'm probably going to put a better connection on that. Terminals are a bit bigger than my blocks. How far down do we go? Just back that off a millimetre. Won't fit in there. We need a big persuading screwdriver. I think we need a persuading screwdriver. Well, maybe the 9's enough. Is the 9 thin enough? Thinner. No, we need a persuader. I'll be back. Now we've all got one. We've all got that screwdriver with, you know, tooth like some trying to be sensitive here, but no, let's say tooth like some hillbilly American. Still a bit wide enough. What's going on? Let's have another look. See what I'm missing. Nothing obvious in there. I think it just wants more persuasion. Loosen it off a bit. Maybe it's just touching the end of that thread. Maybe it moved enough to be pushing on that. Take my little wire out again. Go away, little wire. What concerns me more than that wire that I don't know what it does is it's not fused at the minute, but it soon will be. One of my little spring jobs now that I discovered it. Persuade more. Also doubles as a hammer. Let's nip that up for now because I'm going to be taking it off to fuse that wire later. I just want to know this thing will start today. And then I'll book an MOT because she has expired. Not quite tax and MOT exempt yet. 2 years and a month to go. Because there's a 1986. It'll go exempt 1st of April 1987. Oh, it's so long. Do you have a question why watching a video of somebody fit a battery? I mean, I'm sure you know how to fit a battery, but yet here you are watching me do this. I might be better with a socket on here. So we've got clearance issues. Now I'm thinking that one maybe ought to be better on the other side, like so. Does that work better? Be better clamped behind that flat bracket. which also gives me spanner working room. Even though I should use a socket. We're nearly there. Well, it's nipping up. Keep that from twizzling round. I plan to drive this truck a bit more this year because I think I only put 150, 200 miles on it last year. Whereas really I should be using it every month at least, minimum. That one seems to fit a bit better. And it's a different terminal, isn't it? Different brand. Hammerizing. 13 makes a bigger hammer. Actually, joking aside, I don't want to hammer on it so much with a proper hammer because you can quite easily break your plastic to your battery, so don't hammer. So, you may also be asking, why did you switch from a portrait to a landscape video on this video? One of life's little mysteries. That's it. I'm going to turn her over, see what happens. Thanks for joining me inside the vehicle. Need a key in my pocket. We've got some red lights, full choke. Again, I don't know if this has got a lift pump, so we'll give it a little press. Pull fuel through, come on, you can do it, you can do it, come on. Might go suck on a fuel pipe, make sure there's fuel at the carb, because that should have come through by now, shouldn't it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go see if there's fuel. Now, Jubilee clips take a very specific size of spanner. It's specific, and it's the only one I didn't bring out, because I brought out 8 to 13 to make sure those were covered, and this takes a 7. Now, that probably wants loosening off more. Come on, you can do it. So there's things we need. Fuel's one of them. That's quite dry there. It's not nice. Don't do drugs or super unleaded. Yak! It's got a certain 2013, 2023 vintage, I reckon. Because as I recall, oh no, 2024, September 2024, I filled the tank. And it was one of the last tanks before it was condemned to having ethanol in the super unleaded from Esso in this area. So there'll be ethanol fuel stabilizer going in from now on. Nasty. So you join me here again in the vehicle. Let's see what we've got. 2 red lights, full choke. Oh, and my camera fell. Hello, camera. So that's all it was. The fuel had trickled back down a fuel line because it's not been used for 7 months, I think, 7 months. Noisy. Where's my camera over there? You know what I need is a cameraman. Look at that. There we go. Ease this choke back. Well, yeah. Gently does it. A little bit of throttle. A little bit spluttery, but she's really cold, isn't she? A little tour of the inside, because we're sat with the bonnet up right now. Here we have your air conditioning arrangement. There's the, it's an 86 Ford light. The fuel gauge works in the respect that when the gauge goes up, you've got some fuel. And when the gauge goes down like that, you may have some fuel, but you may not. Temperature gauge works fine. And the other lights work fine. We've got a blue one there and a greeny one there, and the other 2 come on, so that's good. And the mileage there, so 853. What is that? Is that an 8? A 9? 94853. Try without choke. Settling. Oh, not responsive on the pedal though. Gently does it. Yeah, not warm enough yet. A little bit of choke again. Too much. Anyway, I'm pleased with that. So I can get her down for an MOT now. And then put used to her, because at the minute she's been a little bit of a dumping ground in her back. And that cover that you could see up there, that's off a Peugeot 405 estate, because I figured what was a boxy car, estate car, that would cover my truck and anything I chucked in the back. And that's what came. And it's lasted about 3 years, but I gotta be honest, I think that's its last year. It's got several holes in it now, so anyway, she started. My next video on this, I'll maybe film the MOT tester's face when I turn up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, things like that. And yeah, I'll book an MOT. Bye bye. It's not bye bye. Just jumped out of the car, out of the truck, and we've got a wettage. Oh, what's that? Well, that looks like petrol. That definitely looks like petrol. Smells like petrol. It's clean like petrol. It quacks like a duck. It's probably a duck. Well, that's a decent leak, is that, isn't it? I should put a tray under that and find out where it's leaking from. Yay! That might be the culprit. Hey, can we get a camera in there? So, fuel pump, pipe that runs up to carb, pipe that connects to it, and that is wet with fuel. So, is it just that Jubilee wants nipping up? Or have we got a corroded pipe? Looks like we've got a wrecked nut on the Jubilee, so that's great. Unless it's not a 7. What's it got in the end? Slotted screwdriver. We shall get a slotted screwdriver. Now, everybody should have a teeny weeny stubby little screwdriver for getting into those awkward to reach places. Look at that. It's matching. Right. Reach in here and go, oh, that could be tighter. Is that going to stop leaking? It is a wonder. Oh, yeah, you can definitely tell that it's. Let's see if we get some focus down there. There we go, look. You can see it was wet there. Try another quarter turn, see what happens. Should cut through my fuel pipe. Yeah, to be fair, that was a bit loose. Not guilty though, Your Honour, because that is actually something I've never touched since I got this truck. But we do seem to be leaking this. I think I'll just start her up again and see if we get some drippage. It's leaking off there anymore? I don't think it is. So it was leaking off that before, that banjo, that Jubilee clip. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Yeah, that's the top one, that's the bottom one. And I think everything down there was just wet from previous start. Oh yeah, I'll check that bottom fuel hose as well. It might be that it's been eaten by a bit of ethanol inadvertently. Anyway, that's running. That's starting to warm up. The engine's starting to feel a little bit warm. The headers are getting warm. Good. Are they all getting warm? It does sound like it's running on 4. Yeah, they all feel like they're warm. Yeah, we've now threw a tray underneath to collect any fuel. Let's go underneath and have a look. I don't think she's raining fuel anymore. Focus, yeah. Oh man, there is still a drip. Can you see there? Now the question is that the first fuel leak? Or is that residual fuel? How are we looking here? There we go. Focus. Can't see any more coming out of there. I wonder now, is there some the other end of that pipe? Where does it go? It goes to there. Is that leaking? Or is it just wet from before? So I've got a theory. I'm going to turn the engine off and see if that fuel still looks like it's blowing around, and see if it looks more like it's dripping than blowing around, shall I say. So we're looking there. That's definitely dripping. That's definitely maximum drippage. So is that clip loose? Or is the line corroded? But that's definitely a drippy drip. Right, I think with the Go-Go Gadget arm I can just about reach that, but I can't record it while I do it. Okay, I think this is a sleeve off job. I don't think my big checkered shirt is going to assist in getting down there. So see where I want to be. A little stubby screwdriver. Oh, the radiator is just nicely burning me as well, that's good. Ow, burning, burning. Oh. Under that wire. Over that wire. No, needs. There's definitely a flow of fuel there. I wonder, will that spanner reach better than my stubby screwdriver? Fits like that one. Fits on that one better. Tighten. That's a quarter of a turn or so. Ow, burning. Burning again. I'm going to put my jacket across my radiator because it's hotter than the whole thing. It does actually look like it's stopping now. Ow. Still hot. Burning more. Full half turn there, so yeah, that was pretty loose. I wonder if the rubber's just compressed over age. It goes onto a metal fuel pipe beyond there, which is definitely wet. Now, I can't see it dripping anymore, so let's give her a little start and have another look. Where was it? Which one was it? It was that one. I reckon we might be fixing there. lead from the metal fuel line to my fuel pump. This radiator's getting quite warm now. Look at that. I'm blacked up. Hot. So, in theory, when we come down here, we should see a lot less drippage. Still some drippage. So is there more leak or not? However, that engine is warm enough to idle. If the idle had set properly. Choke lock. Right, let's look for more fuel leaks. Zooming. That one, isn't it? Yeah, that actually looks absolutely fine now. Alright now. I've got a suspicion that's just residual drippage. If we let it tick over a while, we'll find out, won't we? Now, does that look to be a bit of oil on top of that bell housing? Or just muck? I'm not really sure. Do this without touching a manifold cover. Cobweb. Rid of the cobweb. You're spoiling my cinematography, Mr. Cobweb. That might just be muck. It does drive alright. When I brought it home, it got up to 70 on the motorway. Albeit very loudly if you look back at my video, because we were only running on the old front pipe. Let's have a look down here, see if this drippage has slowed down. I'm gonna say no. I'm not convinced that's slowed down. Leaking or likey. Is it all fuel? Are we losing water somewhere? I don't know. Radiator's plenty warm. It was full right to the brim, it was literally necked. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything obvious now. What's that? I'll zoom in. Let me find my place. There, what's down there? Oh. Is that another fuel pipe? much directly under your starter motor. Might have to put her on a ramp. We're on a ramp, we've got some little chocks in, and then I'm going to now try and reach that Jubilee, which is somewhere the other side of the sump, innit? I'm going to be better the other side. I'll be back. Coming to you live from the eastern side of the vehicle. I reckon arm's length that pipe there is what's leaking, I think. It runs under there, around to that side. No, I can't hold this camera and tighten that up at the same time, but I'm sure you've seen somebody do a Jubilee clip up before. Right there, see what happens. Oh yeah, so the last one I tightened up from above is there, and there's a little metal piece here, and then with a little bit of torchage, yeah, there's one here that's looking like it's dripping a lot. Does make me wonder how much is left in my tank. Has it seeped and evaporated away over winter? I have half a suspicion that these fuel lines are not ethanol proof, because they all seem to have corroded, not corroded, wrong word, isn't it? Deteriorated till about half a turn makes them work. I suspect that's it. Okay, that's the money. We get my torch on it and that on it. Zoom in. That looks to be the one. Now I'm wondering, where does that pipe go to? So it disappears over there somewhere, and up there, and I can't see, but it's near the exhaust. That's the best place for fuel lines, when it's warmest. Stop it freezing, eh? So now then I think that's the fuel line, middle of the screen. Let me try and point. Where's my finger? My finger's there. Don't focus on my finger. Don't focus on my finger. Anyway, that line there, which runs up to there. I'm trying to show it. It's there, look. That one, which disappears behind there, but at least there's no joins till we get there. So that goes behind there. And then if we stick the head under the car, can we see the other side of it? Yes. Ah, look, there's the other join. That's where it runs its solid pipe to there. Now, there don't look to be any leaks there, but we will just give that half a turn to be sure. Okay, she's running, and Zoom her in, there we go. Less sketchy McFuel leak. You've got to admire how easy they are to fix. Let's check the others. So from above, there's that bottom one I could reach just, and then that one into my pump, that one out of my pump, that one into my carb, and no drippage, I think. Let's double check, say it, don't check it. Check it. That is looking a lot better. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And they all needed half a turn. So does that mean that the initial guy didn't tighten them up properly, or they all went on at the same time and they've all sort of squished with age? Because I think it's 4 years since it had its restoration, this truck. So have they just squished half a turn's worth over 4 years and just nipping them up solved it? Or is it that ethanol is a problem? I would imagine if you put fuel pipes on 4 years, or 5 years ago, 2020, we're 2025 now, aren't we? 5 years ago, they're all going to be ethanol proof fuel pipes for sale in 2020, and they all look fairly new. They're not crispy old pipes. So I suspect they've just compressed over time, and nobody's really at fault there. I think they're just old cars needing a bit of love. I think that's all it was. And let's be fair, this hasn't had love from me because I haven't been driving it for 7 months a year, and I'm really going to try and change that this year. I'm going to book an MOT. I've got a few days off coming up, so I'll get an MOT booked. We'll see what that says. I need to make a bracket for that battery that's not secure. Not 100% happy with that. It was an advisory on MOT last year, actually, and it just one of those jobs I didn't get around to doing. So that's a little job to do. I think what I'll end up doing is just get some long bolts and go up and over my battery with a piece across the top. Just hold it down. We'll see. I'll have a little look at what's accessible, what's available. Now, an interesting one that came up is only about 10% of my of my viewers are subscribers. So please click subscribe. It helps more than you know. I'm trying to build the channel up to a point where we could sell the motorbike parts. I appreciate this is Cortina from the brink, but it is what it is. It's my little toy for moving stuff around. I could be tempted to sell this if somebody wanted to buy it. I don't know. I'm not in a rush to sell it, but if somebody fancied it, promised to love it and look after it, I might let it go. I quite fancy a Dodge Ram, so I might sell my Audi S8. I need to do a review on that. What's that now? Nearly 2 years of ownership. So I really need to get a review on that. It's a lot of fun, that car. Big monster saloon and silent performance. Anyway, back to this truck. Put an MOT on it, Ben. Might sell it, Ben. Click like and subscribe. That's your job. See, you there, your job. Click like and subscribe. Do that bit. And I'll keep trying to do what I do. Thanks for watching.